We are back here at Capital One Arena for the first of 3 preseason games as the Wizards take on the Toronto Raptors. Ironically, it was these same 2 teams that faced off in the first preseason game a year ago back in Montreal. As you see Bub Carrington in the starting lineup. Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Chase & Boscolo Injury Lawyers. The Raptors have a laundry list of players not available. Meanwhile, for the Wizards, A.J. Johnson dealt with a calf issue before training camp, still nursing that one back to health. And Bilal Coulibaly still coming off of that thumb surgery. This is the Wizards' first preseason game. They are the last team in the league to actually have their preseason debut. The Wizards will head to New York tonight and take on the Knicks. First set of back-to-back. Meanwhile, for Bub Carrington, we talked about him playing all 82 games last year and hitting that game winner against Miami. Going into his jump season, he was asked what he's been working on.
1 second left. Bub inside off the glass. Oh! Yes! Bub Carrington with the game winner.
I think it shaped my summer, to be honest. Like, it helped me kind of put things in perspective. Like, you know, like you're doing things in the league that like you literally will watch like on ESPN Top 10 like when you was growing up. Like, and now you got to be like these guys. So you just got to work that much harder. So I think that's how that shot kind of helped me for this summer, in my opinion.
Drew, we had a great opportunity last year to look at the class of 2024 and them getting a lot of time out there on the floor. And you see the numbers they were able to put up last year. They set an NBA record with 371 three-pointers made by rookies in a single season. Pretty impressive numbers when you think of what Carrington, George, and Sarr were able to do last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing doing it as an individual. Now, collectively, that young core, 1 season under their belt, you see the numbers. I expect that to only get better.
Before we get to the opening tip, we say good evening to Megan McPeak, who joins us on the sideline.
Hey guys, as the Wizards enter their 3rd season under the helm of Will Dawkins, it is not lost on him at all when you think of this loyal fan base and how this rebuild has affected them and their loyalty to this team. As he spoke on his media availability before preseason, and he spoke directly to this basketball community, sharing his appreciation for their continued support. He asked for their trust, that they are laying the foundation for the sustained success, that this fan base can once again celebrate, reiterating that they will not skip steps or take shortcuts, and has encouraged Wizards fans to keep bringing the energy they bring nightly and keep pushing this team forward, guys.
All right, Megan, thank you. Tonight's officials: Ray Acosta, crew chief in his 8th season, Dedrick Taylor in his 11th, and Matt Myers in his 7th. The Wizards starting lineup coming up. We'll see a pair of veterans there, a couple of 34-year-olds, and C.J. McCollum making his Wizards debut. Chris Middleton came over in that trade with Milwaukee at the deadline a year ago, going along with Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, and Alex Sarr. Meanwhile, for the Toronto Raptors, they have already played 3 preseason games. They're 2-1. Barnes, Quickly, Barrett, Walter, and Amukilishvili. Sandro gets the first rebound for Toronto. We're underway. Preseason game number 1 here on Monumental Sports Network.
Yeah, you talk about preseason game number 1, Wizards in their debut, and the Raptors are already 4 games in.
And that's Emmanuel Quickly going to the free throw line as he was fouled.
And what you're going to see right now is the timing. The Raptors are already 4 games. This being the 4th preseason game. They have some live action and sets under their belt already. So right now, the Wizards are going to have to play a little catch up and get acquainted to that pace.
Raptors beat the Celtics at Scotia on Friday, 107-105. Jonathan Mobo hit the game winner under the basket, has some great footwork to get it inside.
Yeah, he's an active live body. Keep an eye out for him.
A lot of local hoopers playing tonight. Quickly from Havre de Grace, Maryland. You got Bub Carrington from Baltimore. We'll see Cam Whitmore momentarily.
It's amazing to see, these guys coming up from the junior high school ranks and now having that opportunity to play at this level is special.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for Washington. One thing you'll notice right away, you saw there with Carrington, they want him to push the pace this year, get into the paint, and then kick out for those spray threes.
But what I like even more right now, you see how Keyshawn George and Bub, they are at the point of ball pressuring the offensive player.
Here's a cut inside, blocked by Bub as it goes out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock for Toronto.
And see, those plays become contagious, Chris, and it starts with that on-ball pressure and Bub Carrington coming up with a block right here.
Good hands and deflection there by Washington leads to a Toronto turnover. Keyshawn George, his jump season was amazing. We'll get into that. Here's Carrington in the mid-range.
That's his shot right there. I mean, if you go look at Bub Carrington highlights on YouTube, you'll see 85% of those being one-dribble pull-ups.
Scotty Barnes in the corner, no good. Alex Sarr with the rebound. Alex's older brother, Olivier Sarr, plays for Toronto. Looking forward to that brother-to-brother matchup. We saw one of those last year between the Champagny brothers. Cullen with the offensive rebound. The veteran with the stick-to-itiveness of getting inside for the layup.
Last time we saw C.J. McCollum, he was on the other team. Did he give us a 50-piece?
50 ball in the Bayou.
50 3/4? He ain't that old, Chris.
Yeah, I brought that up during media day, and he was like, oh, yeah, I do remember that. Carrington splitting 2 Raptors as he was fouled. C.J. McCollum is a guy that is going to be asked on to impart some of his veteran leadership and his will. And 10 straight seasons, Drew, he has scored 20 points or more. That is impressive.
Yeah, and you know, he's having another opportunity playing that veteran role, being that leader. He did it with the Pelicans. He was younger in Portland during his time there with the Blazers. And now being an OG, 34 years of age. Sorry, I don't want to add one to that 34, but he is definitely a pro's pro. He's healthy, he's consistent. You see 10 straight seasons scoring 20-plus points. I mean, he is a guy, a veteran piece that you want on your team.
Kobe Walter called for the personal. Middleton, baseline. Here comes a double by Toronto. Quickly got his hands on it. Middleton turns it over to Barnes. Quickly comes back to score. Early 4-point lead for the Raptors. I want to welcome the Raptors fans that are watching us here on Monumental Sports Network.
Nice.
That's where Alex Sarr is going to be asked to do more of this year, attacking the paint and scoring.
Man, it's no secret, Chris. I mean, he's even mentioned it himself that he needs to get better at taking that ball to the basket. And what's going to help him is getting to the foul line. If you're getting 5, 7, 8 free throw attempts a game, that tells me your momentum is going to the basket and you're looking for contact.
R.J. Barrett hit the second 3 made by Toronto so far early in this game. 9:15 to go here in the first quarter. Carrington, no. Rebound by Barnes. This is a really good first matchup for Washington. They've been playing in practice for 2 weeks, and now you get this physical Toronto team. It's your first test.
Well, last season in preseason, this was a pop right here by Sarr, and he was shooting that three-pointer all the way down to 17 feet mid-range jump shot. The difference is on that play, early on this season, he is rolling. His momentum is going towards the basket, and he's being rewarded.
Barrett inside, turns it over. McCollum to Middleton ahead of the pack. 2 34-year-olds getting it done, working in concert.
Probably the easiest and slowest fast break they ever had.
That 3 by Quickly lips out. This is a part of the Wizards offense that we'll see all year, Drew, is really anybody can bring the ball up. Keyshawn has that facilitating part of his game.
Even Sarr, under control. I mean, he's highly capable of doing just that. You saw it in his days when he was young in the NBL, down there in Australia, in spurts. You saw it last season.
Barnes front rims that 3. Here comes McCollum. And he turns the basketball over.
Possession to Toronto.
Washington already with 3 turnovers here in the first quarter. Barnes squares up, misses. Offensive rebound by Mamoukelashvili.
See, offensive rebound just hurts you, puts you in the rotation early.
That's an offensive rebound by Barrett. Good defense there by George. Sarr running, crossover, turns it over. And Barrett muscles his way inside. He'll be fouled by Carrington.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett, I mean, he is known for kind of cuffing that ball like a fullback and initiating contact right here. That's the cuff, and then he attacks. His momentum is going through the chest of the defender right there. Bub Carrington had no chance.
Bub Carrington picks up his 3rd personal foul as Barrett's at the free throw line. And checking in for the first time, making his NBA debut, is Trey Johnson, rookie out of Texas.
And listen, I don't care how calm he looks right now, CM. You have to be a little nervous, and it's okay to be nervous. I tell my son, I'm trying to coach a little bit now.
Oh, no.
My son is picking up the game of basketball. And I tell him, I said, are you nervous? And he says, yes. Well, you're supposed to be nervous, because if you're not nervous before a game, that means you're not ready.
Trey led the SEC in scoring last year, just a skosh under 20 points a game. The layup is no good. McCollum snatches the board. Washington coming the other way. CJ, pull up 3, good.
That's what he is known for right there. And all the way to 3-point territory.
CJ shot 37% from downtown last year as a member of the Pels. As part of that Jordan Poole trade back on July the 6th. Suffered a right foot contusion on March 23rd and missed the rest of last season. Middleton, mid-range.
You can see the difference. Chris Middleton having another year to recover from the double ankle surgery that he had there in Milwaukee. He was a little slow and sluggish towards the tail end of last season, but now you can see he's been putting in the work.
Wizards shooting 50% from the field to tie the game up at 11. Ochai Agbaji in the game for the first time. Here's Walter. No. George collects the rebound. Toronto started 3 for 15. Barrett on a catch and shoot. They had a chance to get that fast break point for Trey Johnson, but Brian Keith calls timeout.
That would have been the easiest first 2 points in a rookie's debut I've probably ever seen. If that was successful, Chris, but already Wizards trying to make it a game, tie it up. C.J. McCollum from 3-point territory. Get used to the Nets.
We're all tied at 11 here in the first quarter here at Capital One Arena, the preseason debut of the Washington Wizards. Here's a look ahead to the veteran Chris Middleton. Chris had some really good notes about what he wants to do this year to help this young Wizards squad. We'll get to that momentarily. It's time now for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here now is the preseason debut of Drew's Clues.
Hey, well, you want to establish your role early on as an individual. Right now as a veteran, you see C.J. McCollum and what Chris Middleton is doing thus far and these young players. I mean, your first impressions can be a lasting impression for the remainder of the season. If Coach Keith sees something in you these first 2 weeks, believe me, you're going to have your opportunity, and you're going to have your opportunity soon. And then be quick, but don't hurry. I wish. Oh, wow, did I miss a body?
You did. It was Alex Sarr climbing the ladder.
Well, I wish I was that smart to make up this quote, be quick, but don't hurry. But it was the late, great John Wood, and Hall of Fame coach. And what that is saying is, you can be quick, but don't hurry, don't rush. This is a lot of butterflies going, guys making their rookie debuts, a lot of jitters. Can you slow yourself down, be patient, and execute?
It's an offensive foul called on Chris Middleton. Washington's currently on a 9-2 run into the game for Toronto's Ochai Agbaji, Grady Dick, and Mobu, who hit the game-winning shot Friday night against the Celtics.
Like I said, you have to keep a body on them.
Pump fake by Barrett. Thought he got fouled there.
Good job by Keyshawn George. Second time, I believe, he got an on-ball block. I'm going to count that as a deflection.
Here's Key on a post-up. Cut inside by Alex. Misses that one, but he was fouled. Last offensive possession down by Washington. 2 of them ago, you saw Alex Sarr get 2 on the rim.
And right here, Chris, this is going to be the telling tale right here. If Alex Sarr is taking efficient, close paint shots, can you get to the foul line? And now if I'm looking at the column where it says free throws attempt, And it's 8 and 10. That means his momentum is going to the hoop, just like that possession.
Alex has talked about obviously being more efficient with his game in year 2.
Because what's going to happen is when you put in that much pressure in that restricted area, now you're going to get that space to get in your jab series from 3. Now all that outside perimeter game will open up for you individually.
Alex shot 68% from the free throw line a year ago. The lead is 3 for Washington. 5 to go here in the first quarter. Quickly being double teamed. Out to Barrett. No look. Inside. Blocked. Gets credit for that one between George and Saul.
There you got Keyshawn with 3 blocks already, Chris. And I tell you, if you mix in a couple made 3-point shots with this type of defense right there, I mean, hey, talk to my agent.
Oh, it's too early. It's just his second year, Drew.
Hey, man,
You're already trying to get him a bag.
We see the potential. I see it.
I thought he was absolutely outstanding this offseason, getting better in all phases.
You said he grew again?
He said he did. Now, he said that last year. You didn't believe it, but I think he has grown.
You know what?
Put on some muscle. This is that 3. Jamal Shed passes it out to Barrett. See, that's where Key is getting better, just attacking the window.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, him just running the floor and making that cut made that shot possible right there by C.J. McCollum. So he's doing a lot of intangibles right now.
Washington just 1 of 7 from 3, shooting 43% from the field. Abaji driving to kick out to Grady Dick. Back to Abaji. Shot clock at 6. Barrett double teamed by Sarr and George.
Get up.
Shot's got to go up. Here's Shed. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Excellent defense there by Washington.
Yeah, up until the last second. Now, the Raptors have more time on that clock. You're looking at a couple guys possibly getting a second or third chance opportunity on that offensive glass. The Wizards have to do a better job boxing out defensively to finish and complete those defensive possessions.
Tristan Vukcevic, Corey Kispert, and Cam Whitmore making his Wizards debuts checked into the game. And Shed's going to be called for the foul on Tristan.
These guys coming in the second unit need to take advantage of the bonus situation. Right now, Toronto, 14 fouls. Next one, you'll be shooting the rest of the way. So try to go down. If you send a cross pick, fall down. I see Jokic do it. I see Joel Embiid. If they have a cross pick for you, tangle up the guy's arms, get to the foul line. Play a chess game.
Trey Johnson with the basketball, 5 on the shot clock, trying to get to that baseline.
Nice.
Barnes, excellent footwork by the rookie, but can't come up with the finish. And Toronto commits the turnover.
Oh, this is great patience right here by Trey. Going downhill, then he stops, crosses over, gets you in the little up and under, and that's against a solid defender, Scotty Barnes now. A guy that can guard 1 through 5 in this league at a high level, so I like the move, just a little short.
5th team foul like you called for, Drew. So for the final 3:23 of the first quarter, Washington will be at the charity stripe.
Guys, just got to be mindful. Find a little loopholes.
Carlton Bub Carrington makes the first. Bub's working on finishing more efficient at the rim. He was 53% field goal in the restricted area last year.
You know, it was one of the best Wizards of all time that I got to watch at drawing fouls in the bonus, not even having the ball. I just knew what time it was in the bonus.
Who's that?
Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, he gets the free throw line 10 times and wouldn't even shoot the ball. Just knowing the bonus situation and knowing when to flop and knowing how to trick the ref.
And I would venture a guess he was doing all that in the first quarter. That's when he was getting all his offense going.
Man, averaged 15 in the first, 17 on the season, huh?
Exactly. That's Scotty Barnes' first field goal after starting 0 for 3. Abaji gets into the passing lane. Grady Dick. Nice block by Tristan. Back into the hands of Abaji and scores.
You gotta love the defense right now. Already the Wizards with 5 blocks in this first quarter.
Surprisingly, Toronto's only down 1, shooting 22% from the field.
This is easy money right there. That is his sweet spot, the middle of the floor. Whether Tristan is picking, popping, rolling short, when he gets that ball in that area, he is highly efficient.
I mean, if you got Jamal Shedd, who's 6'1", now they list him as 6'1", going up against a footer. I like the footer.
Yeah. Baby on the block.
The Wizards play host to the Charlotte Hornets for their home opener, presented by Capital One on Sunday, October 26th at 6 p.m. Don't miss the home opener block party at District East starting at 5:30. Arrive early, as the first 15,000 fans in the arena will receive a rally towel courtesy of Capital One. You can grab tickets at WashingtonWizards.com. Be in the house for the first home game of the 25-26 season. During the offseason, we got word that one of the all-time favorite Wizards fans passed away. Walter Pump 'em Up Wiggins was a mainstay at Wizards games, Washington Commanders, Washington Mystics, Nationals games. He absolutely loved the DMV area sports teams. Always had a kind word to say about the team regardless of the result, and truly supported the teams with his unwavering loyalty and passion. We'll remember you tonight, Walter. You were a true super fan. Drew, you remember when you were a player, you would see Walter right there on the baseline, pumping guys up. He was sorely be missed.
I mean, it wasn't just being a player for the Wizards, even being on the opposing team coming in here, you knew who Walter was, and just, I mean, pump it up. And it just, you know, being here now for 13, 14 years, I know that sounds kind of scary. You meet a lot of people, not just in the organization, but fans, and primarily. We get to engage with them, you get to know him, and Walter was one of those guys, and he will forever be missed.
We tied at 18 with 2 minutes to go off of that 3 from Chucky Hepburn. Corey Kispert, one of the longest tenured Wizards, passes it to Tristan, who hits the deck.
I tell you, he gets that ball in the middle of the court. You have to make a choice, because he can shoot it all the way to 25, 30 feet out. He has a nice midi, and this is that in-between game. He can pass, he can facilitate, and when he gets that ball, great things happen. We've seen it time and time again last season.
Tristan was a part of Eurobasket in the summer, had a chance to play with Nikola Jokic, said it helped him develop his mentality. You're around maybe the best player in the world. I mean, it can only help.
I wonder what that one-on-one matchup looked like.
Just being under that learning tree for a couple of weeks.
Just getting cooked.
Yes.
Basically.
That's about right.
Cooking class.
2-point Wizards lead. Barnes trying to work on Kispert. Jay is pure. Scotty Barnes got some help with him this season. Some healthy players. Trey with a tough jumper on the baseline. Starts his NBA career 0 for 2. Kispert inside the body of Barnes to be called for the personal. Let's check in with Megan.
Guys, you were just talking about Tristan and his relationship with Eurobasket, with Nikola Jokic, and how he helped him just with his IQ. You mentioned the way that his mentality is, and he talked about how Jokic reads the game, especially because they play the same position, how Jokic works out of the flash, and how he does things to make his team better, not just focusing on himself. As gaudy as his stat line can be, it's what he does for everybody else, and he worked a lot of that with Team Serbia in that time with Jokic, trying to work in that mid-post area, the timing that Jokic plays and how he gets into his moves to be able to give himself the advantage. So interesting to see how he's putting it to work already in preseason game number 1.
Well, one thing about Jokic is he plays at his own pace, Drew. You cannot speed him up, and if Tristan can learn that part of that game, that could only help him.
Well, it's IQ. He's a basketball savant when you talk about the Joker.
Abaji over to Grady Dick in the corner. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound. That's going to be an issue really this season, Drew. It has to be a collective mindset to get rebounds because the Wizards are not a tall team.
And you know what? That's been creeping in every season. Chris, it got better, a little bit better last year, but I mean, it doesn't matter who's been throwing on a Wizards uniform. This is going to have to stop at one point. I mean, being the bottom of the barrel team, defensive rebounding the ball. That's just 1-2, finding guys, locating guys, being physical, and collectively gang rebounding. So until that happens, you're going to be putting extra pressure on yourself defensively, having to get stops. I mean, it's tough to stop a team on one possession. Now try 2, 3, 4 with multiple opportunities.
There's a transition take foul called on Tristan. Hepburn hit that free throw. Toronto with possession. Abaji all alone in the corner. And the one thing you'll notice about Trey Johnson that we've seen during practice, Drew, everyone talks about his shooting, but I think he's a really good passer. Defensively, I think he's solid, and he rebounds for his position.
Well, the beauty of this, we don't know what he can do until he actually gets some opportunity.
Tristan loses the handle. Hepburn, stop, pops, and hits. Chucky Hepburn coming off the bench, and already he's got 7 points. And that'll do it for the first 12 minutes. Washington had a lead early. Toronto comes back to take a 6-point advantage. It's the preseason opener here on Monumental Sport.
Well, we talk about the defensive pressure. You know what causes disruption? Deflections. Great hand play right there by Bub Carrington. It started with pressure on ball right there. Alex Sarr gets in the mix with a deflection. Another block right there by Keyshawn George, who had 3 to be exact. And when you get deflections, it's off to the races. I mean, that is the easiest fast break those two OGs probably had their entire career. And I used to have a coach, Hubie Brown. If you don't know who Hubie Brown is, stop watching, turn the TV off right now. He had a rule that you got 7 deflections as a team per quarter. That's 4 quarters of 7 deflections. You can possibly win the game by 15 to 20 points. I mean, this is data that was collected from the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up until the early 2000s when I had him as a coach my rookie year.
You know what's interesting? That's analytics. So analytics was in the game in the 70s.
Hey, you ask Hubie. Now, it scared some people away. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, I'll tell you that. But Hubie Brown was before his time, I tell you.
Toronto ended the first quarter on the 8-0 run in the last minute and 40 seconds as they have this 6-point advantage to start the second quarter. Chris Miller, Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak on the preseason opener here on Monumental Sports Network. We're on the road tonight, head to New York, take on the Knicks tomorrow. Did you ever have a back-to-back in the preseason?
I do not recall possibly having a back-to-back. Yeah, it's quite different nowadays, but the beauty is they only have 3 lined up. So
I mean, I remember 8 preseason games.
We'll talk to Toronto.
Mini camp was
a whole month.
Yeah,
whole month of 2-a-days, and you can't snitch on your coach. You can snitch on your coach now and go to whoever's your representative for the NBPA. You call the PA right now. He's 2 minutes over.
Carrington hit the deck. Washington lost possession. Here comes Toronto. Jamison Battle stepped on the baseline. Turnovers for both teams here in the early part of this game. Washington with 9. Toronto now with 6.
Look at this. Easy.
Tristan inside. Count the bucket and 1.
He's such an underrated player in this league. And would you say he's probably the most consistent player off the bench the last 2 seasons? Knowing what to expect from Tristan, I mean, right off the bat. It doesn't take him time. I mean, maybe 1 to 2 possessions and he's in the mix.
Well, I go back to last season, the last game of the year, you might remember, Drew, that was the only time he started. That last game at Miami. He scored 28 points. He had 11 rebounds in that win. He appeared in 35 games for Washington.
Well, I remember his rookie year
in Chicago.
In Chicago, he was fresh off the plane from Belgrade and knocked down his first 2 3-point shots. So it doesn't matter if he's jet lagged, fresh off the plane, coming from a different country. When you put him in the game, it's automatic.
I told you he was part of the Serbian team during Eurobasket. Back in August, suffered a hamstring injury. But you heard Megan talk about the experience that he had playing on that team as Mamukilishvili put 2 on the rim.
Almost got hung off vert.
Kisper trying to work on quickly. Good screen by Tristan, but it was a moving screen. And that will go the other way.
Yeah, right there, two things have to happen. Corey Kisper has to wait for the screen, and Tristan has to just stay solid and don't release too soon. Right here, he got out of there too quick, you see? And in that leg, you can't have your legs spread further than your shoulders, so you're already in a legal position right there.
Three is no good, but an offensive rebound by Barnes. Out to Quickly, count it. Emmanuel Quickly hit his second three. He's got 7 points tonight, prompting Brian Keefe to call time. It's the largest lead of the game for Toronto, leading by 10 with 10:26 to go in the second.
Right now, Raptors getting multiple looks at the rim. Wizards need to fight back, get back in this game.
You're a high school champ. You're McDonald's All-American, consensus 5-star recruit. You got a lot of accolades. I'm curious about how all of these things have helped prepare you for the NBA.
I just feel like wherever I went, I've been just on the court, been guarded differently, seeing different stuff. And I feel like being in the NBA won't be as much eyes on me just because I'm a rookie. So I feel like it'll help me a little bit, but then also when defenses do change, I feel like I've seen most of everything that has been to tell.
Part of a conversation Wes Hall had with the rookie from Texas, Trey Johnson. Still looking for his first points in his preseason NBA debut. One thing I've noticed in the last couple of weeks watching Trey practice, Drew, he is a worker. So much so that the coaches have had to kick him out of the gym because he wants to stay in there so much to practice. That right there, if you have to tell a 19-year-old to leave the gym, you want to ride with that kid.
Well, you have to be mindful. This is a long season. This isn't a high school season, 30-plus games. This isn't a college season, 30-plus games. This is 80-plus games, counting preseason. If you make the playoffs, there's going to be more if you're lucky. Now, you do not want to overexhaust yourself going back and forth to the gym. You got to get rest. You have to be disciplined enough to get some rest. But young guys, do they really need it? So it's a fine balance, a fine line of that when to work and when to go home and rest and lock in.
He already has some markers that he wants to accomplish. One thing that stood out to me, he wants to shoot 90% from the charity stripe. He shot 87 at Texas. He said before Texas, he had always shot over 90% from the free throw line. And the way he attacks the basket, I think he's going to get to the charity stripe a lot. If he gets 90%, that's a good rookie year. And another second chance opportunity here for the Raptors.
That could be a possible find right there. I said flop, but not like that.
The lead is now up to a dozen. Whitmore picks up his dribble. Shot clock now at 5 for Carrington. Bubs pull up 3. Off the mark. Washington now 1 of 10 from downtown. Quickly on a blow-by. Quickly now with 9. Here's Johnson, thought about the 3, puts it now on the deck. Passes it inside to Tristan, another turnover. A lot to clean up for Washington here in this first half. Jamison Battle, no good. Washington has committed 12 turnovers. Toronto has converted those into 15 points.
And we already talked about the high school level, college level now. At this level, you have to be a little alert on how you deliver passes. Right here, Johnson either going to do a bounce pass or a lob. But you see the length of Scotty Barnes. I mean, Scotty Barnes is a center in high school and college. Out here, he's playing your small forward, power forward position. But you have to get that ball in the air with loft or be precise with a bounce pass, because if you throw that in between pass in those situations, these guys cover so much ground. It's so much bigger at this level.
Well, I'm sure the Sarr family is really excited about this opportunity now, as Olivier and Alex are both in the game as we speak. Both side by side at the free throw line. It's Bub Carrington looking to get the second one.
It's going to be interesting. You already see the smile on Alex Sarge's face right there going against his older brother.
Olivier is the older brother. Barrett. Keyshawn. That lockdown position. Quickly over to Olivier. Over Alex. Misses. For more on the Sarr brothers. Here's Megan.
Yeah, guys. Olivier ruptured his Achilles last year in the G League Finals with OKC, and this is actually the first time the two of the Sarr brothers will be going head-to-head on the floor and it not be a scrimmage. So we talked to Alex at practice yesterday, and he said with it being the first time, it's kind of cool. I love it for our families, and I'm just happy to have the opportunity to go against my brother. He did say there will be trash talking. It will be in French, so we won't actually know what's being said, but they both are looking forward to it, and both coaches actually did not think about the rotation ahead of time to try to make this matchup happen. And the last thing, guys, I just want to say, since we do have the Raptors fan base tuning in, a happy Canadian Thanksgiving to everybody back home.
All right, shout out to the folks in the 6 in Canada.
So tell me this, is it turkey or is it bacon?
I knew you would ask that. All right, is it both?
Have a little syrup on there?
The lead is 15, under 8 to go here in the first half. Cullum inside, pass out to Sarr. Alex knocking down the 3. That's a part of Alex's game that was improved throughout the course of the year. Shot just 31% from 3 a year ago.
You should be comfortable shooting your own brother's face off right there on that possession. Probably seen that before, huh?
Alex's first team all-rookie a year ago. Finished 4th in Rookie of the Year honors. Barrett with a straight-on 3. Toronto now 6 of 20 from behind the arc.
R.J. Barrett has just always been that player since he was 19 years of age. You look up, he's always close to 20 points, right?
Kispert got battled off his feet, not able to hit the 3, but there's Middleton for the offensive putback.
Right there, Chris Middleton giving a dose of what the Raptors have been doing the entire night, getting those second chance opportunities on the glass.
Quickly step back is no good. Alex gets the rebound over his older brother. Here's Alex on a little pick and pop. Olivier there to a little pushing and shoving going on between the Sarr brothers. Alex with a one-arm rebound. You know the little brother always wants to get the best of his big brother.
Or the last.
Trying to get some get back from all those years. Count that bucket by Keyshawn.
Keyshawn George making a concerted effort, getting downhill to the basket. And I like this. You can't sit there and settle for outside three-point shots. Eventually, you got to have the will to get to that foul line, make an emphasis in that restricted area right there. That's how you do it. And you can see, we know he can shoot it with the best of them as far as attempts. But now is that percentage. Can he get higher in those high 30s and possibly into the 40s?
Lead back to 10.
Excellent defense.
Barrett. Shed inside to Abaji. Another block by Keyshawn.
I'm telling you, Chris, he looks like he wants to take that role and having to guard the best player on the opposing team night in, night out. And that's how you stay on the floor, right here, making plays like that. Keyshawn George with his 4th block.
4 of them. Count them.
Man.
Abaji fouls Keyshawn on that drive attempt. Quick story about Keyshawn George. Yesterday at practice, he and I had a chance to talk, and I asked him, I said, what are you most proud of what you've been able to accomplish so far in your career? And he said, man, I stack days. When he said it, I had to listen to him again. I love that point. He's like, I don't think about a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. I think about, did I get better today?
And you know what? That speaks volume of his maturity and that process, Chris. A lot of guys, they can't say it. They can't admit that to themselves.
Shed with a miss. Alex. Oh, what some work on his big brother.
Hey.
They're going to call him for steps.
Hey, it was a point in time that was legal. You could jump off the right foot and land on that same foot and get to the hoop. But now it's 2025, going on 26. You're done.
That shouldn't have never been legal, though. That just looks awkward.
You know who brought that to the game now?
Who's that?
Manu Ginobili.
Oh, okay.
Blame it on him. You want to blame it on somebody.
That ends a 7-0 Wizards run. CJ trying to be creative in the air, misses that one. Grady blocked by Sarr. CJ ahead of the pack. Gets into that mid-range, cash him out.
And that's a layup.
CJ now with 7, 3 of 6 shooting. Played 11 minutes.
Have the rookie out of Illinois set the check in. Will Riley. Excited to see that young man.
There's a deep 3 by Shit. Front rims that one. Another offensive rebound for the Raptors. Kispert able to get that one. Here's McCollum stepping into a 3.
That is his area of operation. We saw it last season down in New Orleans off a pot of gumbo. Chris gave us a 50-piece, 2 go. And once again, getting acquainted with DC Cotton. Hey.
Take a look at our Toyota League leaders. Go back to the rookie season for one, Alex Sarr. Alex topped all rookies with 145 combined steals and blocks last year. Keyshawn was 5th in that category with 118. Alex led the team in rebounds and blocks and accounted for 105 threes, 161 assists, and 101 blocks. When you put that all together, not a bad rookie year.
You know what, though? What I like is that Alex Sarr has already figured out what he is bringing to a game, to an arena every night, whether it's at home or on the road. He's coming to that gym to get 2 blocks. He's a great shot blocker. He has great timing, great footwork. He can recover, he can turn his hips and slide those puppies. Now, with these other guys, the other young guys, what do you do great? What can you bring to the table night in, night out? Keyshawn George is starting to look like he's leaning towards the defensive end, buying into being the primary guy to have to defend the best player on the opposing team. Bub Carrington, he's going to play every game, be the Iron Man, and compete. No matter if he scores the ball, he's dishing the ball, he's making defensive plays, he's doing it. He's going to compete at the high level. Now, all the other guys, what do you bring night in, night out? You have to figure that out early.
Sarr hit both of his free throws. He signed an Exhibit 10 contract on August the 1st. Then his 4th year, played 1 year at the University of Kentucky. He was undrafted. Here's a debut by Will Riley, passing it over to Keyshawn George. One thing I noticed, Drew, about those two, they love to compete against one another in practice.
Well, yeah, that's what it's about. Being, the competitiveness amongst the group, and then collectively that can be powerful.
There's a rebound here by Alex. I don't think I've seen Alex smile as much as I have. I guess it's just playing against his brother, playing in Central Georgia United.
Maybe he saw a whole year's cycle of paychecks come in. And, he lives in France too, so hey, south of France ain't that bad.
An efficient shooting night for C.J. McCollum. He's the first Wizards to score in double figures. He's got 13 in 13 minutes. Megan, what was said in the last timeout?
Well, guys, BK reiterating what you and Drew have both talked about with the trying to limit the Raptors on their offensive rebound. The last couple of possessions, it's been one and done as they've gotten to push. And he also wanted to note when they have gotten those defensive rebounds, he noticed in the last couple of possessions before that timeout that the guys were really close to one another. He wants them to spread out and also run the floor, run the lanes, so that they can try to get that ball up the floor. As you know, BK wants to play with a lot of pace this season.
Well, like I always said, you cannot run without the ball. So priority number 1 defensively, which is the last step of a defensive possession, is rebounding the basketball. Because like I said, if you want to be a team that controls pace, you got to get to the foul line, and you have to come up with that rebound.
Mr. Gooden, you supplied a nice living for your family by doing that one thing, and that's getting on the glass. So see Keyshawn getting a rebound there. Because they don't have a lot of size, but they do have long wing defenders. How can they rebound this season? What is going to be the key for this team to collectively get on the
It's a mental thing. It's a want to. And it becomes contagious, Chris. Once one guy box out, another guy see it, and then you got to call guys out. That's another thing. Hold your teammates accountable. It's okay to say, hey, Keyshawn, you missed that box out. Alex, go get the next one. We can't have that happening. Now, Bud Carrington, I would say, is that leader, that vocal leader in that department.
McCollum called for the foul as Quickly was trying to get to the basket quickly.
See what you did.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
You did not see what I did there. Watch the new Beltway Football post-game pod on Monumental Sports Network YouTube channel Tuesday morning. This week, JP and Mitch break down all the action from the Commanders-Bears Monday night tilt.
And you know who else is going to step up and speak up about that as well? There's going to be Chris Middleton and C.J. McCollum. Look how tired they are having to play defense right there. They don't want to have to keep playing, exerting all that energy 4 times.
Billy on the strong drive to the rim.
2 minutes.
Under 2 to go, 6-point Raptors lead. Middleton off the feed from George. Middleton's played 15 minutes. Here comes Washington.
Oh,
CJ, nice handle. Float game, no good.
we got to rewind that. We got to bring that back. What did he do?
And that's going to be a charge called on Grady Dick.
Was that like a quick little hands up? See what C.J. McCollum did?
A little street ball handle right there.
Oh,
The pride of Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did he look at him?
Did he look at him? Too much swag.
Too much. What is it? Too much sauce.
Too much sauce on that one. But right here, Keyshawn George. I mean, he's trying to get 10 blocks tonight, huh?
Saw fouled on the drive. Good anticipation there by Alex.
I got a question for you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
How many three-point attempts has Alex Sarr taken tonight?
1. And made 1.
How many times has he gotten to the foul line?
He's got to the foul line. This will be his 3rd and 4th.
I like it. I like those numbers. When that starts to balance out, where you're getting to the foul line more than those three-point attempts, great things are going to happen. And what's going to happen is the space now and the opportunity to knock down that 3.
Alex was one of only 5 NBA rookies last year with 15 or more games with multiple 2+ blocks and 3-pointers.
Like we said, his gift is being a shot blocker. He's coming to the arena with that.
There's a nice contest there by Alex. George spinning, loses the handle. What's the one thing Brian Keefe's going to illustrate to the team in the locker room at halftime, Drew? The turnovers?
I would say valuing the basketball, and not only that, valuing the defensive possession, and not giving up once a shot is contested. You have to finish it out with a defensive rebound. So that would definitely be the emphasis at halftime, I believe.
Toronto has scored 21 points off of Washington's 14 turnovers as McCollum hits his 4th 3, give him 16 on the night.
It's amazing. At his own pace, Chris.
Cannot speed up the 34-year-old. There's a touch up there by Alex.
Another offensive rebound.
Quickly taking his time over to Thomas Killisvili. Ball's on the deck, taken up by McCollum. Excuse me, that's Middleton. Washington can hold for the final shot of the half. Alex slipping inside. And scores. Alex Sarr with a dozen here in the first half.
That was a great read right there by Alex Sarr, not popping, rolling to the basket. No one is going to block his shot tonight on the Raptors, lacking defensive responsibilities there in that restricted area. But I love the aggressiveness in the second-year player's debut in Alex Sarr.
Besides the turnovers and giving up the offensive rebounds, Washington has a 1-point lead going into the locker room as Megan is standing by with the veteran C.J. McCollum.
CJ, first preseason game for you all. You have the hot hand. How have you been able to adjust with the pace of play, but playing at your own pace?
Just trying to be aggressive. I left some money out there. A couple catch-and-shoot threes. Bad paint patience, a couple turnovers. But I think all in all, we're competing. We had 2 weeks of practice, so everybody's a little winded playing in a real game. But I like the effort. I like the energy. I think we're heading in the right direction.
Last time out, BK reiterated limiting them on the second chance opportunity. You guys were able to get the next few possessions, get out and run. What have you been able to capitalize off on the defensive end?
I think setting good screens, playing with good pace. AS is taking care of the rim, blocking shots. We got to come in. I got to pinch in. Stop being lazy and go get the rebound.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you.
Chris?
CJ leading the way with the veteran Chris Middleton and Alex Sarr. Those three have accounted for some good minutes and energy for the Wizards. Coming up next is Wizards Halftime Live presented by MGM National Harbor. We'll break down the first half as Washington has a 1-point lead in their preseason opener. First 24 in the books, Wizards up 1. Let's check in with Megan, see where the adjustments would need to be made with JJ Outlaw.
JJ, that first half, a point of emphasis has been limiting offensive rebounds for Toronto. What's the message to try to do that in the second half?
Just kind of keep doing what we're doing. Like, I think we're defending well, and sometimes really good possessions. Sometimes you get a tough bounce, and that ball gets to them, and they get second chance opportunities. But really pleased with what we were able to do defensively. Thought Alex did a great job protecting the paint and protecting the rim, and the guys were able to rotate around him. So if we can just finish our possessions, chase after those loose balls, big emphasis for us this year is making the ball ours, and that includes getting the defensive rebound and finishing possessions.
Appreciate it. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
That is a motto. You see it all around the practice facility. Make the ball ours is the calling cry from the Wizards organization. Meanwhile, for Alex Sarr, 2 rebounds away, drew from a double-double already.
Yeah, he's been active. I don't know because he's comfortable playing against his brother or what. Back in those backyard days. But he started this game off attacking the rim, Chris. This is something we did not see last season in his rookie year. In fact, he was settling for too many outside shots. But this season already in the first half, I mean, this is starting to look like a completely, totally different player, Chris.
Well, you talked about you wanted to see more free throw attempts from Alex. He had 4, and he only took 1 3 and made that one. So already he's a plus 17.
Yeah.
He's 12 points, 8 rebounds. Also has got a steal and 2 blocks. So filled up that stat sheet in the first half.
Yes, he did, and you can tell he's been putting in the work, and he's more confident. You can see him out his swagger. He looks bigger, he looks stronger. You got to love it.
And Alex is going to sit to start the third quarter. Remember, this is the first night of a back-to-back. Washington is in New York tomorrow night to take on the Knicks, so Tristan Vukcevic will get the start in the second half. Meanwhile, for Toronto, they'll go with their same starting 5 of Walter, Barnes, Mamukelashvili, Barrett, Quickly, George, Middleton, Cullum, Carrington, and Tristan. Your 5 on the floor for Washington to start the third. Barnes trying to go ISO over Tristan. Misses that rebound by Keyshawn, his 6th rebound to go along with those 4 blocks. Nice slip inside by Keyshawn using the left hand. Ball caroms out to Middleton. Keyshawn relocates. You know, for me, Drew, I think this season is about how have you improved in the jump season? That's what the Wizards front office likes to call the off season. You and I enjoy our off season, but they're in their jump season.
Yeah.
What have you done in your jump season to help you into year 2 and maybe some guys year 3?
Well, it's going to show on the floor. You know, I'm a true believer. I was talking to Aaron Gordon. He just turned 30 years
Happy birthday,
old
AG. Wow.
last month. And I told him, I said, man, in off season, I don't want you playing pickup games anymore. Like, you at the age right now, it should be strictly mind, body, soul, and skill work. Because the risk of injury and getting hurt during the offseason, one thing that scares me, you remember when DeMarcus Cousins injured his ACL, or maybe the
Achilles.
But it was Achilles and then the ACL in the offseason. Then Klay Thompson clawing his way back from Achilles and re-aggravates and gets injured again in these offseason workouts. So when you're a younger player, I'm not opposed of you going to get those extra reps in the offseason and forgetting about the risk of injury. But these older players, Chris Middleton, C.J. McCollum, they don't have to hoop no more in the offseason. They can just work on skill, mind, body, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to call it. But these younger players, they got to get it in by any means necessary. I don't care if it's for the national team, it's extra reps in the Pro-Am League. You got to get it in because it'll speak volumes once season starts.
George just corralled his 8th rebound. The lead is 2 for Toronto. And that's going to be a foul, a bump on Walter. He fouled Middleton. That'll be his 4th person.
When I stopped working out in the season, during the off season,
when you sign your first extension.
Hey, you know me now. You know me now. It was when I found out my role was just to go get 10 rebounds. Why am I over?
So how do you work out in the summer?
Thank you. I'm not going to go shoot step back threes. All I got to do is go get 10 rebounds during the season. I need to be in shape, ready to go, not hurt, not injured, being able to be available. I'm not about to work on my three-point shot. Why? My role is to go get 10 rebounds.
But you know what happened?
I had to go work on that 3 or I was out the league.
There you go. This thing called evolution.
Yeah. Evolve or die.
That's right.
And that was an interesting season right there.
This guy, Chris Middleton, made some really interesting comments about how he wants to help this group this season. I thought it was really telling. You know, listen, he's won an NBA championship. He's done really everything, right? But now you're on a group now where there are a lot of young players, and you know, he's a leader.
Yeah.
And he goes, listen, they're all young. They're all learning. I just want to help guide them on their way. I don't want to overstep. And that's the key to is imparting your knowledge, but not just overlording them.
Doing too much.
Doing too much.
Yeah, putting the extras on the 10. That's what we call it. Now, with Chris Middleton, one thing I saw with a guy last year that was here, a veteran, Marcus Smart. That was his first time kind of going into that role of not playing that much, trying to be the veteran leader. He did an excellent job with Bud Carrington, by the way, when he was there. These are reps now for Chris Middleton, C.J. McCollum to become more teachers. But, in fact, they still have a lot of gas left in the tank where they can not only teach vocally from the bench and the sideline, but they can do it in real time in the game.
Helter-skelter here. Last couple of possessions by both teams as Barrett was fouled.
34, 35 years of age. I don't know how much gas you got left in the tank, but
let me ask you this: so with McCollum and Middleton's game, they can extend their window because it's not really predicated on uber athleticism. We talked about with McCollum.
Skill.
You can't speed him up. Same thing with Chris.
It's skill. And can you impact winning without playing? That's another secret. Can you sit over there and not play for 2 weeks and help the team get better? Calling out sets, calling out the opposing team's plays from the sideline to help a possession, to win a game. I mean, that is when you really mastered the game of basketball at an old age, when you don't even have to be on the floor to help the team to win. And that's one of the guys right there. I see you, Chris Grain, listening.
Hey, that guy right there, by the way, go Tigers. Garrett Temple's LSU Tigers got a big win last night against South Carolina. You know, he and I were at the LSU-Florida game, and we're sitting there watching, and Florida's quarterback threw not 1 but 5 picks. And Garrett and I were sitting there counting the picks.
Y'all was still at the game?
Oh, we stayed the whole time.
And I would have left after the 3rd one.
No, you got to enjoy that. Night game in the Bayou.
Oh, got me some gumbo.
Yeah, you'd have been out.
Miss Dizzy's. What's the name of the spot?
Little Dizzy's.
Little Dizzy.
We'll be there again this year. Keyshawn cashing out a triple. We're all square at 58. Tough move by Barrett, misses. Sandro cleans it up for another offensive rebound.
It's just been hurting.
Toronto's 12th offensive board. Turnover there. McCollum and Tristan now on the same page. Barrett spinning, kick out. Here's a trail 3 by Quickly as Toronto was literally playing 4-on-5 as Scotty Barnes was in the backcourt. Timeout on the floor as Toronto's making a run here in the 3rd. They've hit 11 from downtown. Introducing our new Wiz Night Out ticket package. This package includes 2 tickets and $40 of monumental money to spend on the team store or on concessions. This deal is available for select home games starting at just $79. You can visit WashingtonWizards.com to learn more. Keyshawn George might not have shot the ball efficiently tonight, Drew, but he's doing all the other things in terms of rebounding, blocking shots.
And I'll tell you, when you get to that point around 38 plus, 40 plus % from three-point territory, and you have that assignment of defending the top guys in the world, I mean, that comes with a premium. It's tough to find those guys, Chris.
Keyshawn's jump season included playing for Team Canada in the FIBA America, where he scored almost 14 a game and he shot 52% from the field. He was awarded with being the best player during the America. You saw the confidence grow in his game, facilitating the basketball and kind of being the #1 option. Carrington misses the up and under layup.
And that's where Bug, he struggled last season.
Sandro slamming it home.
That's another step above. When he gets to that cut, he has to finish. I mean, he is a tall, long guard.
Keyshawn earned FIBA America Tourney All-Star 5, led Canada in scoring. Talk about shooting 46% from 3, also had 1.2 steals, but don't take my word for it. From me, just ask a Canadian. Megan?
I had a chance, guys, to check in with the head coach of that tournament for Team Canada, Nathaniel Mitchell, asking him just what he saw from Keyshawn. And he said, first and foremost, the program absolutely loves him because of his willingness to want to defend and defend at a high level. They love that he's a two-way player. They talked about the aggression and the passion that he plays with. And he said he has such a great IQ and all the tools that if he wants to have a long-time career in the NBA, with him being a two-way player, his length, his athleticism, and what's between the eyes, there is no question that they believe he will be a long-time NBA player and do a lot for the Canadian men's senior team.
Well, the one he talked about, he wants to get better every single day, and the commitment to the game. He's another one of these young players, Megan, that stay in the gym. They're not asked to go and stay and get shots up afterwards. They're doing it on their own, as you see George hitting that jumper. Carrington, George, see it from, there's going to be an and-one opportunity here for Toronto.
And this is one thing I think could help Keyshawn George become a better three-point shooter, period, is speeding up the release. He's taking too much time. Even though it's seamed up, it looks pretty, but the result is not there. Sometimes you got to shoot without thinking about it. It has to be that sixth sense, you know, just comes to human nature, where you can shoot blindfolded. Right now, I think he's zoning in too long on that target, and what can help him is speeding up that release.
Oh, shit. R.J. Barrett with 15. Oh. Marvin Bagley in the game for the first time, and you know that's what he can do, get on that offensive glass.
Yeah, go ahead and get you 3 of them.
And that's going to be Ochai Agbaji just out hustling Washington. He'll be rewarded with 2 free throws.
You know what? I had a big smile on my face this summer when I read the news about Marvin Bagley coming back to this organization. We saw him last season get hurt against Oklahoma City Thunder down there, and we thought he was going to be out indefinitely. We didn't know what the extent of that injury was. To see him back healthy this year, in the same calendar year, and then back with the Wizards, I mean, this is an awesome individual. I mean, this is a guy that you want on your team. He just needs to find a home.
You were happy that he's back with the team. I was happy he got married in the offseason.
Oh, man, he got married. Okay.
Congratulations to Bagman. Gave him a little advice yesterday. I just said, yes, dear. The easiest 2 words you'll ever learn, man.
Happy wife, happy life, huh?
What?
Is it yes, dear?
Yes, dear.
Oh, okay. I got to use that one.
See how far that gets you.
Like now. That ain't the hot seat.
Mamushkelishvili with a Euro step. Say that 3 times fast.
Oh,
nice hezzy move there by Keyshawn.
Oh, he had the layup.
Trey's first bucket in the NBA goes down.
It's not that hard.
Welcome to the NBA, kid. Keyshawn, good hands. Ball goes out of bounds.
And I don't think people realize how much this bucket just alleviates pressure from guys at this level. Finally getting a bucket on an NBA floor in an NBA jersey. Congrats to Trey Johnson.
If it was baseball, he'd be able to keep the basketball. Unfortunately, he can't do it here, but we still give him some respect.
I got him.
After review, the ball was last touched by Washington defender. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. The timeout will now be charged to Washington. They lose their ability for a second challenge and the timeout.
All right, that was a challenge by Washington going into the timeout. Crew Chief Ray Acosta says that was an unsuccessful challenge. Wizards will lose their ability to challenge later in this game. As you see, the ball goes out of bounds there on Washington.
R.J. Beard, I know he's in double figures, but it's been tough for him tonight. 4 for 12 from the field, and I'll tell you why. It's been Keyshawn George just draped all over him.
Yeah, his 15 points, 5 of them have come at the charity stripe where he's made all 5. But yeah, tough sledding, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3.
But he doesn't have a window to the rim. And Keyshawn George, at that length, and those on-ball blocks and deflections has been disruptive.
Quickly hit the deck, gets back up, now being guarded by Johnson. Quickly's floater, no good. Ball's tapped out. 14 on the shot clock. Raptors swinging it around. Barrett now trying to go one-on-one on CJ. Mamushkelishvili, 3 is off. Trey Johnson skying for that rebound. Soldier Dream. The thing I like about his game is he can get on the glass if he has to. Spin move by Baggs.
Marvin Bagley just running the floor, being rewarded. And I like what Trey Johnson did right there. He got himself under control with that quick spin and found a trailing big. And if it's a big that you want to pass to, trailing is Marvin Bagley. Great footwork, was able to spin out of that charge and be rewarded for a free throw.
Appeared in 19 games for Washington last year before being traded to Memphis.
Returning for the Raptors.
Started one of those games.
Sometimes as a guard, when you got those bigs trailing out of control and you give it to them, I mean, they'll catch it in just 1-2 steps, dribble, either turnover, charge. Something bad's going to happen. But now with Marvin Bagley, he was able to get out of that.
I told you Marvin got married in the offseason. He's still a recording artist. A couple of rappers in the NBA.
There ain't a couple no more, Chris. You'd be surprised. Man, Grady Dick might got bars.
Jeez.
Well, you know he got style now. He got one of the coldest draft suits ever. Do you like that one?
I like your draft suit, actually.
Nah, mine's had nothing on Grady Dick's.
That's going to be a travel on Sandro. I asked Marvin, I said, where do you find inspiration in your music? He says it could even be on the floor. Playing the game, he finds inspiration and puts pen to pad, starts some rhymes. I love to see you and him do a battle on the bus.
I don't need no pen or no pad.
Because, we've heard you before off the top of the dome freestyle.
Oh, now. What you think I'm doing now?
As we speak. Oh, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back. George probing, gets inside using the left hand. He was fouled.
It's almost he's too under control. So when he attempts the shot, it gives you a little window for miss. Like, look, can nobody stop him once he gets to that point? I mean, 6'8", 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. There's nothing Grady Dick can do in that position.
Keyshawn was one of 4 rookies in NBA history to amass at least 100 threes, 60 steals, and 50 blocks a year ago. Timeout called by Toronto. Washington is clawing their way back into this one as they trail by 4 with 4:35 to go here in the third. Both Toronto and Washington each shooting under 40%. Wizards are trying to claw back into this one, trailing 71-67. Keyshawn George will go back to the free throw line. And we talked about what he was able to do a year ago, Drew. The threes, the steals, and the blocks. You know, I'm thinking of another guy that can potentially have that kind of rookie year also is Will Riley.
Yeah, I like.
Kind of like looking at yourself in the mirror, seeing those two.
You know, and I'd like to give everyone a chance at this level. I don't want to look at your college highlights or high school highlights. I want to see you at this level, but Will Riley for sure has the potential to be another guy to bring a multitude of things offensively. I mean, look at Keyshawn George, maybe a similar version of Keyshawn George. Haven't seen the defense yet.
Yeah. Cam Whitmore back into the game. To Maryland product. Keyshawn inside. Nice cut by Cam inside for his first bucket as a member of the Washington Wizards.
One thing I know about Cam Whitmore, he plays 17 minutes a game. He's going to give you 11. Go check that. Yeah, go check that data.
We saw him in the summer league for 2 years. He had flashes in Houston. Now he's been given a second chance here, close to his hometown. Shed, floater. There's Bags in there getting the rebound. A near turnover. Let's take a look at our Honda drive of the game. It belongs to Cam Whitmore.
And when you look at the last 2 seasons on Cam Whitmore's stat log, he is a bucket getter. I mean, this is what he's coming to do night in, night out, is to get buckets. He's not looking to pass. And the good thing with it, even if he's not passing, he's not turning the ball over. He is passing to the rim, and I like that because you need those type of guys on your team. But what happens in the nights that those balls are not going in? Can you give me something else? Can you lock in on the defensive end? Can you strap up? Can you go get some rebounds when the team needs them? I mean, that's how you stay on the floor if the shots are not going in. You can't have your game just predicated on makes and misses.
Came to D.C. as part of a 3-team trade back on July the 5th. Drew, I've said this to people that have asked me about Whitmore. In my 19 years covering this team, I have never seen a guy that is that physical specimen at the wing position. When you look at him, he looks like he should be the middle linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens.
Listen, he is listed at 250 pounds, Chris. I played at 252, and I was in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me being skinny. Now, I didn't got the 262, almost 270. But on the wing, 6'6", 6'7", 250. I mean, you can cause problems, not just offensively, but defensively. Look at Jay Crowder.
You stay in this league by doing more than just scoring, that's for sure. Really good opportunity, I think, here for Cam Whitmore.
Well, I mean, if you look at today's game, it's based on data. What can you do great? Everybody that you see on this floor does something great, is a pro in one department at least.
Fourth personal on Bub Carrington. See Jamal Shed. Tough-minded guard out of Houston, played 4 years there. Led the team in games played a year ago for Toronto, played 75 of the 82.
You said with that build, it's only Baylor or Houston, huh?
Exactly, we said that last year, right? Go about to Kisper. Corey putting it on the deck inside. Nice layup. That's where his improvement has happened each and every year he's been a part of this team. Now in his 5th season.
Jack Softer, Corey Kisper just carved out a career for himself, accepting his role, coming off the bench, not on a playoff team, but is making a living and is doing it, I say, at a high level. I mean, he can shoot with the best of them. He could moose Wheeler out the basketball. He competes on the defensive end. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to get stops, but he's going to leave it out there. He's not going to take plays off in that department. So
he's going to be 21-3 shy of 600 in his career when the regular season starts in Milwaukee. You see his ranks right there.
He's in the mix. Like I said, he's figured it out.
Only player in team history to record 103 three-pointers in each of his first 4 seasons.
Multiple coaches.
He's seen it all.
Yeah, he's seen it all.
I was joking
the
with
culture
him.
change.
I mean, all here. Yet he's still here.
It's not easy to do, Chris.
Super professional. He's about his business. Great teammate.
A better golfer, huh?
Oh, my goodness. You definitely don't want to see him on the golf course. Nice pass. Here's Whitmore. Getting inside. Oh, blocked by Mobo. Fall away by Johnson. That's going to be a loose ball foul.
And already, Chris, I want to say Trey Johnson has 6 rebounds already. So this is what I'm talking about. If your shot is not going in, if you're struggling in other departments, do something else. Go do something. And that something right now is Trey Johnson rebounding the ball, allowing him to stay on the floor. Now that offense is going to get rolling, young fella.
Loose ball foul is called on Jamison Battle. Will allow Marvin Bagley to third. An opportunity for a free throw.
One shot.
Misses that opportunity. Carrington trying to lock up Shed. And that's going to be an offensive foul, moving screen.
I'll tell you what, that starts with on-ball pressure, Bub Carrington. And Shed is having his back turned, trying to orchestrate offense.
Third foul on Jonathan Mobo. Mobo hit the game winner for the Raptors Friday at home against the Celtics. There's another offensive rebound by Bagley.
Nice.
Working his way inside, not able to convert.
Think he got away with one?
Under 2 to go in the third.
Hey!
Season game. Get that out of here. Cam Whitmore showing his defensive athleticism.
Now what you think gonna happen? The coach can't take you out the game after you make that type of play, right? And this is what I'm saying. If this shot is not going in, go do something like this. Get the attention not only for your coaches, from your teammates, but did you hear the fans?
This is our Verizon Robo replay. Shot rejection by Whitmore. Trey Johnson just collected another rebound.
Smart right there what Cam Whitmore did. He didn't hear the whistle on that foul and was able to have the strength to kick that to the corner.
Johnson staying hugged up on Shed. There's Grady Dick going left. Shooting with the right as he was fouled on that drive.
Don't fall asleep. Grady Dick is a guy. You have to respect his outside three-point shot. That's why Corey Kispert had the pressure up, but he can also drive left. And he's clever. Tried to get back to that right hand and was rewarded 2 fouls. Free throw attempt, excuse me.
Grady Dick missed the final 21 games of last season dealing with a right knee bruise. He's the first Raptor with 20-plus points in 4 straight games before turning 21. 13th overall pick by the Raptors back in 2023. A lot of Jayhawks in the building. Hey, Drew,
Talk to me.
I think y'all got another special.
Peterson.
Quick story, I was talking to CJ McCollum about because they're both from Canton, Ohio. And CJ's like, yeah, that's my young boy.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Whitmore 3.
So right now, that's my young boy, Cam Whitmore. If there's anybody rooting for him to succeed, it's your boy up here.
Make that 2 of us. 2 of 3 from the field for Whitmore. He's got 5 points. Abaji. Raptors lead is now 4. Led by as many as 15 in the first half. Carrington signaling out a play. Trying to work inside, pull up mid-range. About 6 seconds separate the shot game clock. Jamison Battle.
You got to get to him. I mean, he shot lights out against us last season up here in Toronto in that 2-game stint. That's how I remember him. Tattoo memory.
That his number, 77.
Come on, man. He's going to steal Luka's number now. He can't do that. You got to let that slide.
And a foul called on Toronto.
But I like Battle. He's an interesting prospect. And when the Raptors start adding guys like Brandon Ingram in the mix, Scotty Barnes starting to get more active and productive, you start seeing a consistent diet of that lineup along with Jakob Pertl. They're going to be a sleeper. A team that might claw around that 9th, 8th seed, I think, Chris, if they're locked in.
Darko Rajakovic, the head coach for Toronto.
And Darko, he has his hands full. What is his 3rd season now as a coach?
But the brand of basketball has stayed the same no matter who the head coach has been up in Toronto. They're normally a very physical team, point of attack. 2nd round pick, Jameer Watkins checking in for Washington. So we're getting a chance to see all the rookies. First preseason game for Washington. 2nd preseason game tomorrow night in the Garden. We'll have the game for you here on Monumental Sports Network.
Clock winding down, too easy for Battle.
And that'll put a wrap on the 3rd quarter. Toronto up 87-79. 12 more minutes to go in the preseason opener here at Capital One Arena. Hello, brotherly love with the Saar brothers going head-to-head tonight here at our nation's capital. Let's take a look at our game summary between the Raptors and Wizards. C.J. McCollum, an efficient night for the 34-year-old vet. 19 points in 25 minutes. R.J. Barrett leading the way for Toronto. Washington having themselves their own personal block party. 9-2 in that department. Chris Miller, Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak with you. 4th quarter underway. Trey Johnson was looking to pass to Tristan. Here's David Roddy. Inside score by Jacoby Walter. Walter's had a tough night shooting. 1 of 8 from the field. He's got 2 points.
Whitmore using that size and physicality.
Did you see? I mean, he went through there like a wrecking ball, Chris. This is that 250.
Drew, he can do this on every possession if he wants.
Man, look at that. I mean, where did Battle go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
there was no battle.
Oh, wow. I see what you did there. I mean, Cam Whitmore has that ability not only to shoot from the outside, but when he attacks those wide shoulders, somebody's going to hit him.
You see what he's doing. 3 or 4 from the field. He's got 8. Drew, I saw him play in high school. He kind of looked that same way. Super bouncy. The physicality is there. And like you said, they're going to be nights where they're going to need him to score. But on those nights where they don't need him to score, can you defend? Can you rebound? Can you do the little things? Because, again, I don't think there's a better opportunity for him than this year in this organization to allow him to kind of spread his wings.
Still a young talent. And you have that on him. You have some tax returns on him. And what is that? Like I said, 17 minutes, he's going to get you 11 points. And he, did not score in the first half, only played 5 minutes tonight. And here in the second half, already 8. And he's left some money on the table.
We talked about the Saar brothers, but it's also really cool to see Bub Carrington and Cam Whitmore out there together. These guys have been friends forever, played on Carmelo Anthony's AAU team up in Baltimore. There's a real history between the 2 of those.
There should be some type of comfort level when you see guys that you played against when you were kids out here at the NBA level on this floor.
Toronto foul called against number 23, Jamal Shed, his 5th, team's 3rd, and a technical foul also assessed.
Technical foul assessed on the Toronto Raptors. Corey Kispert will shoot the 1-shot technical. We talked about Bub and Cam Whitmore. Bub during draft night had all of his friends and family come up from Baltimore, and there was one guy that was there to show love and respect. It's Cam Whitmore. Nice photo there as Bub reached his ultimate dream of becoming one of 450. Cam Whitmore was drafted the year before, and spending some time, and I asked Bub what would it be like to kind of be on the floor with Cam, and he said it's going to look familiar between the 2 of them because they've been on the floor together.
But what's even more amazing, just right down the street from the neighborhood you guys grew up in. I mean, that is awesome.
Battle on a fall away. Connects.
Jamison Battle.
Battle is solid.
Bub's had a tough night. tough night.
Toronto foul holding in
I don't think I've seen this. He's a minus 36.
So, you know, this is preseason, Chris.
Let's just chalk that up.
Every time we messed up today in the pre-production, what did we say?
Preseason.
It's preseason.
It'll be better tomorrow.
It's preseason. So, but it's preseason. And you can't worry. You can't feed too much in this, especially as a player.
Yeah.
Because you don't want exhibition games and preseason games to
affect your opening night.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
A snowball. Nice left hand finish by Trey Johnson. Saw the outstretched hand of Olivier Sarr. Decided to go with the left and scores.
And right now you can see a guy starting to get more and more familiar and comfortable with the landscape, and that guy is Trey 3.
Ooh.
Left 2.
Back here at Capital One Arena, you see a couple of Mystics in the house. Georgia Amore and Kiki Iriafin showing support for the Wizards. Kiki was an all-star in her first year and also first-team all-rookie. Georgia missed all the season with a torn ACL. Looking forward to seeing her come back 100%. Mystics had some dynamic rookies this past season.
Wizards foul.
Will Riley in the game now for Washington with Kispert, Tristan, Whitmore, and Johnson. Will Riley was the Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year last year for Illinois. And for Brad Underwood. Nice veteran move there by Jacoby Walter to get Tristan and Will off their feet.
So I like to call this the danger zone right now because everybody you see on this court has something to prove. Besides, I would say Corey Kispert. I'll give him a pass. He already got the bag. But everybody else, you got some guys trying to make a team, some guys on non-guarantees, on the Raptors, and two-way guys. And then Will Riley. Yeah, that's a guy I think can take advantage of this next 10 minutes to really, show what he can do in real time. There's only so much you can do the first 2 weeks of practice. It's just practice, practice, practice. You're going against each other, but now it's real time. Now the popcorn is popping.
I was joking with the Wizards players yesterday about, are you tired of setting screens on each other? I mean, how many screens can you set on Marvin Bagley, right? Here's the battle. They're playing their fourth preseason game. They're 2-1 so far. This is the preseason opener for Washington. Walter steps back and he's fouled. 4-point opportunity. Will Riley going to be called for the personal.
And I like this crew right here because some officials would try to look at a review to see if it's any type of flagrant foul. There you got to remember you have to allow the shooter a landing pad, a landing zone. You cannot go underneath the shooter. And then the new emphasis this year, if you shoot the ball and the ball is already released.
High five contest.
Yeah, and you hit my hand after the ball is released, guess what? I'm at the free throw line. I like that rule too.
Well, I think you had mentioned that a little bit last year.
Well, if you're gonna reward the shooter a landing pad after the shot is already released, and if I land on your foot, I'm going to the foul line, and you might get a technical foul. Right. You might as well get it the other way. If you close out and you slap 5 with me after the ball is released in the air, that should be contact. That should be a foul. I love the change.
It is a point of emphasis. We'll be tracking that throughout the course of the season. We have talked about training camp and the guys going up against one another and going through the paces. Megan, you had a chance to talk to Brian Keefe. What's his perspective on camp?
Guys, he and the coaching staff were really impressed with the engagement over the course of the last 2 weeks. You mentioned this being the first preseason game for Washington versus the fourth one for Toronto. You can expect and you would assume that guys might get bored of going through the same thing daily. You, Chris, were in training camp as well, too, and it seemed like the level of engagement and the intensity as days went on continued to increase as they approached this afternoon's game. But BK was very impressed with how all the guys, both veterans and young guys, handled the 2 weeks that they had to get better.
Trey Johnson talked about, not being bored with the process. I mean, Drew and I will talk about his ability to shoot, but I've noticed that with the entire team. They didn't get bored with going to work every day trying to get better. The Wizards are back in action again tomorrow night against the New York Knicks. For more preseason hoops, you can tune in, tip-off at 7:30 right here on Monumental Sports Network. It'll be our first chance to see Mike Brown, now the new head coach in Gotham. You know, last year I made a declaration. You gonna give me my flowers? I told you there was one team that was built to beat the Celtics, and it was the Knicks. Are you ready for my new declaration?
Man, time out. Tatum had to tear his Achilles.
They were already up in the
Go
series.
ahead. Go ahead.
Were they not?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go back here. Look at your replay.
All right, well, well, look, back to live action, but Cam Whitmore made that play happen right there. What a way to jump the steal, showing that you're a defender. And then Will Riley with a nice dime. That's what I really want to highlight.
We'll tease that tomorrow. How about that? Trey Johnson was on the attack.
You know what I'm seeing right now?
What's that?
Do you know who the backup point guard is for the Washington Wizards? Yeah.
Trey Johnson?
Yeah. It's been the entire game.
Well, it's funny you said that. I said, Trey, what were you not allowed to do at Texas that you can do that we don't know about? And he says, I'm a really good passer. He said at Texas, they wanted him to shoot the basketball, which he did.
He did that.
With regularity, averaging almost 20 a game. But he said that I could facilitate offense also. Now, Drew, imagine being a really good facilitator and being able to shoot the basketball. What kind of threat you could be on the floor?
Well, imagine this. You never really played point guard in college, and now you're in the pros your first game, and you're playing the backup point guard position. That's like going from a receiver to quarterback in the NFL out of nowhere. So kudos to him being able to handle the pressure and learning in real time.
Whitmore on the trail.
Watch your head.
Thought he got fouled. Looking back at Matt Myers. No call. Chucky Hepburn over to Roddy. Under 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Number pick.
This is Cam time right here. Getting inside, using that athleticism.
Yeah, it's too easy right now. He just needs to find a home.
Riley trying to give an honest effort. Roddy just too big.
Wizards foul called against number 35, Marvin Bagley III, and his first fourth team foul.
You look at Cam Whitmore, third season out of Villanova. He was the 20th overall pick by the Rockets. Played 51 games last year, started 3 of them. His career high was 34 points against the Lakers back on April the 11th. Grew up a Wizards fan. There's a really cool photo that he posted when he first got here where he was actually in the stands and Marcin Gortat signed an autograph for him. So that's just one of those cool moments of being close to this area, going to Wizards games, and now you're putting this uniform on. He was also in the building when John Wall hit the biggest shot in this arena, Game 6 against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs.
And you gotta love that he's still young, though, Chris. I mean, you're going to get multiple opportunities this season in the Wizards uniform. I just want to see him make the best of it. Here's Will Riley.
21 years old, Cam Whitmore.
And you see the difference from the college level to this level. I mean, that was a dunk or a layup last year for Will Riley there in Illinois. His freshman year actually was Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year, so he can get it going off the bench. But
Elijah Martin to inbound for Toronto. In the game for Washington, the veteran Malachi Branham, Dylan Jones, and Jameer Watkins right on cue getting the steal. And he was fouled by Roden.
Mike Branham, too. He was solid for the Spurs last season. Came off the bench, was good contributor right here. Great deflections. Can't speak enough on how that disrupts the offense of your opponents.
Got 2 minutes, 2.
Jameer listed as 6'7", played 2 years at Florida State. Before that, 3 years at VCU. 43rd overall pick by Washington. June's NBA draft.
What?
Good size, good defender, tough-minded, 24 years old.
And see, this is not easy. Everybody that's in the game has been playing, and now you're fresh off the bench. You have to get it going quick.
But you said something interesting. Everybody's got something to prove. There's something that's motivating each of these players, even the 34-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
So this is a season of opportunity.
For everybody. For everybody. And you're not safe. If you think you can come out here and you've been averaging 25 to 30 minutes a night and you want to mail it in and not go hard on a couple possessions, hey, you got a guy, maybe two guys that play the position, same age, ready to go.
Nice back cut finish there by Dylan Jones. Jones won a title with OKC last year. Roddy, no good. Jameer with the ball, and now it's Jones. Try to no look at the back.
Possession remains with the Wizards.
And this is some.
You know, Jones has that same kind of body type when you think about Cam Whitmore, 6'5", 240. Cam's athleticism is just through the roof.
And you know what I like? He's precise. He takes straight lines. He's not playing around.
That was touched up.
Now I see where Alex Sarr gets his shot blocking ability from.
Big brother. Three in the corner by Chucky Hepburn. Remember him? Played his college ball at Wisconsin. Riley. Bagley trying to go one-on-one. Good vet move, getting inside the body of Sarr.
Attack the arms. I mean, the defender's in a vulnerable position. Imagine a guy like Bagley coming at you. You're going to have to use a forearm or something, a guide hand, and right there, Marvin Bagley is making a concerted effort to initiate that contact going through the chest of Sarr.
Third foul on Olivier Sarr. Bagley was a part of that trade with Memphis. On February 6th, he played 19 games for Washington, 12 with Memphis.
You know, Bagley, he's a guy, he playing 15 to 20 minutes. He don't come. So he clips almost a double-double.
Well, you notice the first thing he did when he checked in, he got an offensive rebound. So.
Two.
We haven't seen Justin Champagnie yet. Looking forward to seeing him potentially tomorrow in New York when we talk about offensive rebounding. We heard a huge compliment about him during the offseason about the guy just had a knack for getting on the window regardless of what his size is. And I feel like Bagley's the same way.
Well, I hate when people say he had some kind of knack. Well, that knack is being competitive. He's a competitor, and the other knack is he wants to play in the NBA versus the G League.
Look at Jameer getting offensive rebound. Teammates giving him a shot out on the bench. Roddy being contested by Bagley. Riley on the run. Oh, stayed inside. And Bagley finishes.
Bagman, the right place at the right time.
Dr. Rajakovic is not pleased. This game is not over. The lead has been cut to 10. 4:20 to go here in the fourth. Let's take a look at the hustle by Jameer Watkins.
Right here, you see Marvin Bagley taking that shot, but these are the second chance opportunities in which the Toronto Raptors, they were doing this to the Wizards in the first half. Now you see the tables have turned in the right direction. Great save, a blind save, in fact, right to Marvin Bagley for the quick deuce. And the Wizards trying to start chopping at this lead right now.
During the open of the show, you talked about opportunity minutes. This is a classic case of, yes, it's a preseason game, but there's some film. Right? You have an opportunity to do some things tonight. It's the first night of a back-to-back. Let's see the competitive nature of these guys that are going to close this game out. Right now, these guys are trying to cut into the lead.
Yeah. And another thing is the fans are watching. I don't know about these guys, but one person that I wanted on my side at all times was the fan base. And you know, the fans, they appreciate guys that play hard. They appreciate guys that are emotional out there and pumping up the crowd. This game, I mean, you could win the crowd over in these type of moments. And with all the highlights now on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, I mean, these are valuable minutes, Chris. You could go viral.
Yeah, you've done your fair share of that, my friend.
Yeah, right.
Here's the numbers last season for Jameer Watkins. Look at those numbers. 18-5, got more than a steal a game. Branham guarding Hepburn. Trying to get free. Three in the corner is off by Sarr.
Out of bounds, Washington basketball.
That'll be Wizards basketball. Jones has a unique skill set. He can bring the ball up. He's got some size to him. He's fighting with Branham for that last spot.
Okay.
There's Branham.
That's hustle man plays right there. And you saw that in San Antonio last year.
Malachi played his high school ball at St. Vincent St. Mary's in Akron, Ohio. Same high school that produced LeBron James. Hepburn with a fake, drive baseline. Trying to go inside to Sarr. The officials are going to take a look at the shot clock.
Will be reset to 9 seconds.
We're going to reset that shot clock to 9. As Ray Acosta has the basketball. Let's check in with Megan to see what the Wizards had to say in the last huddle.
Guys, BK really liked what they've been doing in this run. Kept on saying to the guys, wear them down, wear them down. You've been in training camp. You know that a big emphasis is utilizing the speed and athleticism that this team has. And he reiterated, let's get the ball in Dylan's hands and let him get to work so we can get something moving offensively.
Like I said, he's a unique talent. Is this guy, Riley. Misses, stays with it, and he'll go to the free throw line. His college coach, Brad Underwood, told me draft night that Will Riley is the second toughest shot maker he has ever coached in his career. The first guy was Michael Beasley at Kansas State. That's high praise.
Yeah, it is high praise, but already you can see the Big Ten sixth man of the year. He's already accustomed to coming off the bench, trying to prove himself and trying to fit into a program. He did it last year in Illinois. He's trying to do it again this season with the Wizards. But already you can see he's a playmaker. He's not afraid. And he really hasn't made that many shots, but I can see with the shot attempts that he's already taken, if his coach is validating that he's a tough shot maker, well, we already know that he's a tough shot taker.
The Wizards are on a 10-0 run to cut this lead to 6. 2:45 to go. You know, it's interesting when you talk to Will, he's kind of mild-mannered, quiet. Then he gets on the floor and he's ultra competitive. And, there's a little dog in him, you know, when he gets out there on the floor to compete.
So you got to crack the lineup, and the only way to get playing time in this league is when you get your minutes is to do something. Either on the offensive end or the defensive end. There's too many, they call them limbo plays. I heard J.J. Redick call it a limbo play. What's a limbo play? It's when the ball goes up and you're just in no man's land, just watching the ball and the fly the ball. You're not going to get the ball, or you're not going back to run on defense. Those are limbo plays. Can you limit those limbo plays and do something?
Jared Roden goes 1 for 2. He's got 3. Raptors are shooting 90% from the charity stripe. They're 27 of 30.
See, right now, somebody should go tip dunk it. There he is.
Getting an offensive rebound, shooting it over Sarr. Ball's tapped to Martin. Martin getting inside. Can't score. Jones on the run, trying to split 2 Raptors. Last touch by Roddy. It'll be Wizards basketball with 18 on the shot clock.
Screen.
Nice pass. defense by Riley. That's going to be a goaltend on Roden.
Hey, Will Riley once again facilitating. If you're on the floor with him, be ready. If you're playing that dunker spot, if you're rolling short like Marvin Bagley, hey, get your hands ready because he will find you.
1:02 to go in regulation. 12-1 run for Washington in the last 3:16. Good defense there by Branham.
That's a screen.
Switch. Now Dillon's got to stay. Good hands. Got the deflection, and Washington comes up with the ball. Branham getting inside. They're called a foul on Olivier Sarr. For Washington this year, Drew, it's going to be their defense kind of initiating what they want to do offensively to get out and run.
And watch the defense right here. Great deflections. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. Being disruptive, and when you get in steals, forcing havoc, you get the run. Now you create your pace, and it's that much harder to guard when you're running that ball past half court versus walking it.
Brian Keefe in his second full season for Washington at 18-64 a year ago. Washington's offense last year accounted for 8,371 possessions, which ranked fourth most in the NBA. Roddy all alone. Rebound by Washington. A three will tie this game up.
Don't settle. You can still get to the rack like that.
Nice dive by Jones to Bagley. Cutting the lead to one. The crowd here at Capital One Arena off their feet enjoying this. Come back by the Wizards. Elijah Martin.
You have to play solid. You cannot foul.
Chant of defense. Hepburn. Good hands. Bagley comes up with it. Washington with a chance to take the lead. Jones inside off the glass. And it'll stay with Washington. 14 on the shot clock.
Now, do you want to draw something up, or do you want to call a play set that you've been working? You got 2 weeks to practice on these baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds plays. Let's see if this group can execute what they've been taught.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Washington is in the bonus. Ten on the shot clock. Riley probing, spinning, fall away. Sarr is going to come up with the rebound.
Cannot foul.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
Offensive
Riley's
rebound.
going to play it out.
Offensive rebound could be the death of you.
Hepburn. Passes to Sarr. Kick out. Roddy. 3. Board by Bagley. Wizards have 2 timeouts if they can get possession. And they're going to get the timeout.
That's a great heads-up play by Marvin Bagley, being able to get the attention of Ray Acosta to call that timeout.
Quick timeout on the floor. Washington with possession and a chance to take the lead. Wizards got the timeout. They have got possession. Brian Keefe drawing up an offensive play here for Washington with a chance to take the lead with 4.2 to go.
Well, right here, I love that play and that possession. Do not settle for an outside shot. Get into the paint. Something will happen. And right there, the ball falls into Marvin Bagley's hands. And being able to convert that to be only down 1 point with an opportunity right now to put this game away. Let's see what Coach Keefe does.
Coach Keefe is going to go with the same 5 that he had before the timeout, with Dylan Jones initiating the offense with Bagley, Jameer Watkins, Malachi Branham, and Will Riley.
I'm getting the ball to Will Riley and get something for him going downhill with some speed. Try to get to the foul line. If you can get to the foul line, you can win this game.
Jones to initiate. Here's Riley, like you said, Drew.
Downhill.
Will inside.
Yes.
Great call, Drew.
Yes, sir.
Will Riley with a chance to win it with .1 ticks left on the clock. He hits both of these free throws, it's over.
And this is why you have to stay ready at such a young age in this league. You never know when your name is going to be called. Will Riley having an opportunity not to lead his team to this particular point of the game, but a chance to win it.
Toronto called a timeout. They're going to challenge the play. The officials will go to the scorer's table to review. But if it stands up, there's nothing Toronto can do. If Riley can hit both of these free throws, Wizards will win.
Oh yeah, this challenge is going to be crucial, and also it's going to give you some time to see how much, if there is any time left on the clock. Foul was called there. I cannot see. So you got two things. One, is it a foul? Two, how much time left?
Yep. So they'll look at both to see just how much time will be left, as there's about 30 seconds left on the review time. Ray Acosta, Dedrick Taylor, and Matt Myers, your officials tonight. What a comeback.
Yeah.
The confidence that Brian Keith has with the guys on the back end of the bench to give them an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, you know, some people say, hey, wins don't count and losses don't count during preseason. Yes, they do. You feel a little different. You get a confidence when you're stacking wins. I don't care if they're in preseason, summer league, in practice. You gain some type of confidence. I mean, trying to listen in for the outcome.
So they're going to add 0.7 of a second, so there'll be 0.8 on the clock. So they went back to review to add some more time. It'll be Will Riley going to the free throw line for 2. Riley has not shot a free throw tonight. Correction, he is 2 for 2. So he's made both of his free throws. Wizards as a team 31 of 39.
Following the review, the call on the floor stands. The defensive foul charge to Toronto, and number 8, Jared Logan. His second. 0.8 seconds are on the game.
So Riley's played 15 minutes. He's got the 2 points from the free throw line to go along with a pair of rebounds and assists. Makes the first. Ties the game up at 111. Will Riley shot 72% from the free throw line during his time in Illinois a year ago. Big Ten 6th man of the year. And makes it. Toronto will call their final timeout as Will Riley comes up big for the Wizards.
I'm telling you, Chris, I cannot express how much confidence that is giving this young man. You see his teammates just corralling him, getting around him. I mean, this is what it's about. Opportunity minutes, can you make it count? And Will Riley does just that. He said that's his reaction. What reaction?
There's the reaction of his
reaction.
Will grew up playing soccer and running track. His father was a track coach in Kitchener, Ontario. His mom was a hockey player, so I know where he got his toughness from.
Wow. Mom's a hockey player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Set the Illinois freshman record for most points in a debut. He had 31 against Eastern Illinois. So it's 0.8 on the clock. Toronto has possession.
But look at his demeanor right now in the huddle. So what? I just iced the game. We still have to close this out. No fouls. You know this is going to be a quick catch and shoot. Remember the play they ran last year against us with Shed going downhill?
Yep.
I mean, that was a fingernail to us either winning or losing that game. So maybe they come up with the same set.
Same 5 for Washington to try to close.
Oh, watch out. Watch out for the lob for Sarr. The spin out lob for Sarr.
Because they've got the smaller Dylan Jones on Sarr right now. Sarr setting that screen. Throwing it up. Sarr. Oh, Drew, you called it. No way. You got to be kidding me. Big brother got the best of little brother. The officials will take a look at it. Drew, you call that one.
I mean, yeah, you can see it playing this day. you have a smaller defender guarding a strong side big. And Sarr, that athletic ability, just throw it up to the rim. And that,
oh, that's a good bucket. That's game.
That was put right on the money, Chris.
That is game. What a comeback for the Toronto Raptors. Great play on the inbound. And you could see it develop with Sarr being guarded by Roddy. He set 2 perfect screens, came off of it, ball in the air, 7-footer just finishes.
You know I'm like Romo.
It is still under official review, but unless they're looking at something else, Drew, that shot definitely got off by Olivier Sarr.
Yeah, I mean, with .8 left on the clock, you don't want to draw up something for a catch-and-shoot situation. Just risky. Not enough time to catch and release with .8. Yes, it is technically, but in this situation, no. So the next best, I'd say, play is at the rim, and you saw that with Sarr.
So after official review, basket counts as Olivier Sarr gets the best of little brother Alex. And take a look at it one more time. Olivier getting it to go off the window, and you see the reaction by the Raptors. So Toronto picks up their
yeah. It's your boy God Bless. It's some first son of the building. It ain't no. If you want to know me well, make you dress in mirror, cause I know they like Wahala. My name na God Bless you. I'm on the summer belly. I know they laugh at you. God the grace they follow me. Anywhere I enter, the people show me love. I say God the favor follow me. No matter what they do, they can never pull me down. I know they do, you fit to answer that no do. Now my God they get the power. Baba badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Oluwa badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Baba badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Oluwa badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. They want to make me cry, they want to make me frown. Cause my God, they know they sleep. Whatever they plan for me, I take it back in center. Cause my God, I'm my defender. They want to pull me down, they want to make me cry. My God, they know they sleep. Baba badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Oluwa badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Baba badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Oluwa badura mi, olele badura mi, badura mi. Double pro. Iriano.
месяц красный выплывает в синеве, вроде призрачно прекрасный, отражается в Неве. Небо видится и снится, исполнение тайных дум. Возле дома таится красный месяц, тихий шум.
Иди за мной покорной и верною моей рабой. Я на сверкнувший гребень горный взлечу уверенно с тобой. Я пронесу тебя над бездной, ее бездонностью дразня. Твой будет ужас бесполезный, лишь вдохновение для меня. Я от дождя эфирной пыли и от крушения охраню всей силой мышц и сенью крыльев, и вознося не уроню. И на горах сверканье белом, на незапятнанном лугу, божественно прекрасным телом тебя я странно обожгу. Ты знаешь ли, какая малость та человеческая ложь, та грустная земная жалость, что дикой страстью ты зовешь. Я от дождя эфирной пыли и от крушения охраню всей силой мышц и сенью крыльев, и вознося не уроню. И на горах сверканье белом, на незапятнанном лугу, божественно прекрасным телом тебя я странно обожгу. Ты знаешь ли, какая малость та человеческая ложь, та грустная земная жалость, что дикой страстью ты зовешь. Божественно прекрасным телом тебя я странно оброню, тебя я странно обожгу. Ты знаешь ли, какая малость та человеческая ложь, та грустная